Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I am Lily. Today I'm going to do a playthrough of the latest patch, Migrants. I have never done a video like this. I think it's fair to say that there will be a lot of silliness and a lot of laughter. I will, however, try to stay on the point with going through the patch notes to see how it plays out. There are no guarantees though how it actually will turn out. So let's just buckle up, ladies, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to play on default timeline. It will be Neolithic however, because I want to test it out. And I will not check my tribe or check anything that has to do with manipulating the game whatsoever. I will play it completely as is. Here we go. Well, this is not the worst. At least she doesn't have any fitness reducing traits. I'm okay with that. So let's just go for it. Oh, we can already see the improvements done to the migration tool. We can actually now see exactly where we want to place it. Awesome. Let's go for this place here, because it has rivers all around it, which is excellent for fishing. Here we are. Welcome to the French Alps. Well, that was my electricity cutting off my video, so I've had to make a new tribe. I'm just crossing my fingers that this tribe leader is as good as the other one was. Let's have a look around. It looks very pretty here, doesn't it? Let's look at the leader. Yeah, not too shabby at all. She's a bit dim, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, she has already placed her restrictions, and that's all fine and dandy. I don't really go max on labor age anyway. Let's look around and see if we can find a place to put our fireplace. It's a very nice place. I do enjoy that the scenery is so pretty. Looks quite alright already here, doesn't it? Or maybe over here. Well, plenty time to find the perfect spot. Let's just start with getting down some storage areas. It will be roughly around in this area anyway, so we can just as well build them here. I normally place down 8 storage areas, fairly small, for the lower amount materials, such as fine raw stone, fine sticks, plant fiber. And then I have the larger materials like the straw and the stones and the logs. They get a bit larger storage areas. Okay, so now I only have to place down where I want all my stones, and I normally have them a little bit closer to where I plan on building any projects or wonders. Oh, and before I forget, let's change the tribe name. I think Bumblebee Bums is very adorable. Who can hate on Bumblebee Bums? Nobody. I also like to change the names of the leaders. So the females are normally Boss Lady 1, 2, and 3, and so on. And the males are normally Boss Dude 1, 2, 3, and so on. I'm so original. This is another new thing we got. We got icons for when people are working and also for when people are having off. It's going to be quite easy to pay attention to when they're supposed to be doing stuff and when they're supposed to be dancing around the fireplace. Okay, let's move on. Let's get down the fireplace. Let's grant it max rank. And we should also at the same time chuck down the peltat. All the materials for the peltat has been granted us when we started the tribe, so it's just to place it down, and we do not need to gather anything for this except the stones. They need to be gathered. Let's get the crafters. We need a fishing group, hunting group, and at least 5 gathering groups. One of them though is a straggler group, meaning this group will contain people that are left over when all the other vacancies are full or when their chores are done for the day. I normally use this group for my projects or for any solo tasks. Okay, so let's do our crafters and also their production limits. Let's only use 1 fisherman. We don't need more, and actually I'm going to put it on pause because there's no way during spring or summer that you will be needing any more fish as long as all the plant produce is trickling in as nicely as it will do on a newly started tribe. Also, I want to put the limit low because this area should have basically all types of food, meaning that it will get wasted unless I put limits on it. Since we do not yet have any storage facilities up, putting the limit very low will avoid a lot of waste. The only thing we should not have are clams, as we are nowhere near the coast. Putting a low limit on each and every product that my food gatherers are coming home with. The less waste we have, the longer we can stay in the same locality. And that's exactly what I want to do. Just checking to see. Yeah, I remember to put the work age correctly. And then I will use one for the more common materials. They are the ones that will take the large bulks of the common materials. And the other group will do the more scarce materials, and those numbers are much smaller. Well, except reed for now. You need 150 to build a big reed hut, and that's exactly what they are going to gather for now. So, my last group will be the straggler group. I will put priority on the absolute lowest and the vacancies on the absolute highest. This group will have all the people that has no job, whether it be because their chores are done for the day or because all vacancies are already taken in the other groups. And I want them to do the stone so we can start building projects. Now everything is placed. Now we just need to wait for them to do a bit of work. Oh, they don't like sleeping out, that's for sure. They all complain having to sleep out in the open. The fireplace is not really any better than sleeping out in the open. If you check the service, it's a -50. -50% is quite a lot. And if your people are already super grumpy, you might appease the unrest by having a fireplace, but it won't be by much, and it certainly won't be for long. So we have to get up the huts as quickly as we can. So we are in April, but we have nuts. This means that they have actually managed to survive the winter, and the reason they are here over winter is because we have not come before now to pluck them. This is one of the luxuries of a newly started tribe. You will be stumbling over food as soon as you land, but it will only last that 1 year, you know. So let's keep it real. Asking the tribe to help out with the stones because they are coming in way too slow. As long as we don't overuse the clear task option, it should be perfectly fine to use. We have another species added to the game. They are just piling on. We now have 6 types of animals in the game, and this time we are getting the wild horse. Wild horse, the tarpan or the European wild horse, is an extremely sturdy species. They can tolerate a lot of harsh climates, and they are going to be found basically everywhere in Europe. Their lifespan is roughly 18 years, and they will be found together in large herds. Oh, and we also have sub-icons for humans and animals that has recently died. It will show a white skull below their main portrait. It will inform us that this person or this animal has recently died. Let's have a look. Look at the eels, it's got this stripe, the eel stripe. They look so real. Dude. When you strip these animals that are fully grown, they will grant you 50 meat, and that is quite a lot. Where's the little one? Hey you, cutie pie. Don't run too far away from mommy. Time to go back. Yeah. Oh, they are so cute. Oh, did it go straight through his mom? Talk about ignoring your parent. Way too busy exploring to care about mom. Just like in real life. Anyway, we do not want to hunt those, that's for sure. Off you go. We are going to take all the boars because the boars will eat your food in the wild and also in the camp. Unless you put them in proper storage places, of course. Of course, of course. Do we have all the types of foods? Let me see, we have all the animals, right? Let's just do a small test. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. That's great. And there's also a very rich amount of them as well. What kind of foods will we not get here? Well, we won't get clams, that's for sure, because we are nowhere near any coast. So no clams. Fish, however, you can get in any body of water. I'm quite pleased that this area has so many of the food types, and especially that they have so many of the prey types as well. I did kind of anticipate it because I, on purpose, landed here because I knew this timeline would have these types of foods in more or less amounts. Since this is the first year, we will have huge amounts of absolutely everything that this area has to offer. But there are some who will be in much smaller amounts than others as time goes by. It's just the way it is, just like it was back in the day. But we need to remember that there are really many places that are not suitable for survival. And if you can survive, you can also end up having very few options of the food types and even the prey types. So you should plan a little bit ahead, depending on what your goal is for that particular game. Do you want to survive long term? Do you want to accept all the migrants and just keep migrating and migrating and migrating and see if you can get a really huge tribe? Or do you want to stay in one area and build some lovely wonders? It's all up to you, and you need to plan ahead for what your agenda is. Right. It's going to take a bit to build these because I'm keeping all the groups really busy. They won't go a lot above the 25 for sleeping in the open, but if I can at least give them enough food and not too high work hours, they'll be okay for quite a few months without proper sleeping arrangements. They don't like it though. If they had poor grades or poor traits with poor, even worse grades, then they tend to sing a lot higher. But for now, they are all quite behaving. Let's see if I have any really poor quality traits. No. Oh, that one is will depending. Indecisive. -42. That's quite a lot. Yeah, she will complain, but she will never leave. She's just clumsy. I would love to find one that says Butterfingers. I laughed so hard when I saw that the first time. Let me see if I can find a Butterfingers. Clumsy, no. A lot of clumsy in this tribe. What is he, nasty or unfriendly? You have a few friends. Yeah. Well, that's up to you. Let me see. Oh, he has a fitness reducing trait. Or a grade of the trait. He's feeble. You are also having a fitness reducing grade of the trait. He's frail. Yeah. Oh, she has nothing bad. Yay! Let me see. She's both clumsy, unhandy, she's dumb, and she's feeble. Ah, poor girl. Hope she will grow stronger, both mentally and physically. We shall see. Let's see. She only has one that has to do with intelligence, and it's dumb. A dumb leader, sure. But she's charismatic. Ah, well, reminds me of today. Oh, you had a few things. Unhandy. No. Hesitant, yeah. You're nasty. Oh, nobody likes it. It's a kid. It's a kid. Everyone should be around him. You're okay. We do like to be around you, don't you worry. Okay, last chance to see. No. Oh, this is a good one. What's age is he? Yeah, no. I think he might be too young to take over. Your charisma will increase as you grow older as well. So that gives them a great advantage, considering that charisma is the first thing that is being chosen when picking a new leader. Oh, come on, guys. You left it at like 7 things left. Come on. Well, I kind of did ask for it by making them all so busy. His stack is done. Very good. Let's give them a tiny helping hand. But I'll do that in a bit. I think we should also now focus more on getting them dryers up. Let me see. Building in the dark. Don't mind that. So, get corresponding baskets as well. There you go. We only have 10 plant fiber, each take 8, but they will gather. They will get there. Okay, one done. Oh, that one is clearing before they can build it. Sure, fine, whatever. It's not like we're getting meat in at the moment, because this one is for fish. See how they move when you have full speed. It looks ridiculous. It looks really funny. I want to see them dance. They might not dance because not everyone is having good sleeping arrangements. I mean, we only have a pedal out. That doesn't give any sleep positivity, but it can keep them a little bit at peace, at least for a while. So how are you doing, Miss Boss Lady? Trying to get away from your people, eh? See, you're a bit dumb. You're a bit dim. That's fine. That's fine. We still love you. Ish. I do like her headdress, but I wonder what kind of animal is on top of her head. It looks very small. Very small. Look how she wiggles her hips when she goes doing, 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 doing. She makes some music to fit with it. The reason she's gotten quite far away is because the season is almost over and she can only reach those who are furthest away. Because the system always in the morning resets everything and give you new targets, and all those targets will be the closest ones of the tasks you have been given. So these are the ones that are left before summer makes them go away. Look at all those berries! Oh my goodness, there's a lot of berries! Amount! Dude! Why is there only one going for them though? Well, they will reseed and spread even more, which is fantastic. These are, I think they are growing, so they don't have any berries yet. First set of seeds, sure. Can do. Where's the other one, dude? He's also gathering berries. Is he going the same way? I think he is. Yeah. Well, certainly a lot of berries. That's good. Okay, so the baskets are done. So this one should be raw fish. And this one should be raw meat. There you go. Okay, so how is the haystack going? 81. It's not a lot, is it? Let's give them a small helping hand. I'll try to not do too much. I'll need like 120-ish. Don't want to gather anyone cropping. There you go, that should do it. That'll do it. Oh, but there's only one biface. There's only one biface. It might take some time. Let's make more. Let's have 8. Can also have a few axes. Hopefully when I get the big straw hut, they will start dancing. So I can see the cute dance. There's a lot of meat coming in now. It's a good thing I put fishing on pause. Didn't I? Did I forget? No, it's on pause. Well, they have a basket to stay in for now, so that's fine. So let's help them a little bit as well with the fiber as well. I think it's dangerous to do so because you could, in the process, cut the smaller ones that are growing, meaning they won't give you full fiber. It's a total waste. So let's take only those that we can see are big, and then just leave the rest. Same kind of goes for the reed as well. If you see that they are growing and they're very, very light green, they are not fully grown. There are some who do the cropping on the entire bunch of the reed to get reed quickly. What they don't remember or know perhaps is that when they are not fully grown, you don't get the full amount that you should. So it's really, really a bad idea to use the tribe clear task tool on absolutely everything you see. Oh, look at that. It would be perfect to have a fireplace around. Let me see. Oh, what kind of animal are you? Are you a deer? That you are. Hello. Okay, you're a male. You're a male. Oh, you look like a female. No, you're also male. Okay, there are 3 young males roaming around. There are plenty more of them. Let's have a look. That's a male. Oh, is that a female then? Yes, a female. Oh, she's 10. She will only live for another year or so. But she does have kids, which is good. 2-year-old. I normally don't hunt anything but the boars, at least to start with, because the boars are the only prey that will actually eat the same food as you. The others will just eat the grass. So I tend to let the other prey become large herds. And you know, circle of life, when they die of old age, you have your gathering groups, of course, tasked to strip them, and they will get a full amount of meat. There is no need to hunt them yet, because you do have so much other types of food that can sustain your tribe. The meat can instead come trickling in small amounts until the herds are large enough to actually sustain you very well. Oh, we have a pregnancy. Yeah. Very good. How many females do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 adults. No, 6 adults and a few young ones. 2 young. Okay, so that's 8. That's good, like half and half. So now the crafters have a little place to sit. That's their crafting as well, and all the materials are right around them. That's good. That is good. As soon as I get 200 straw, I am going to build a big straw hut. Oh, look at her waggling around, being pregnant and all. They are so cute when they walk around having a big belly. Oh, out of my way. Scoot over. Incoming. Very cute. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need a tanner, aren't I? I need a tanner. So we can make more peltats. You can stay there. I should basically have 2, I think, but 1 at a time. I'll add 1 later. Dun dun dun. Okay. You and you. Yep. Wouldn't mind a bench. Let's have a small bench. I find these benches so beautiful. Look how rustic and nice they are. They are perfect for my taste. I would actually love to have at least 1 of these in my garden here in England. Basket is done. Let's put our honey in that one. The basket should really only be used for animal products and animal produce, even though they can take all the food types you have, because the pits can only take all plant foods, but they are of better quality. The storehouse, you can put whatever you like in. Any type of food goes in there. But it's super expensive to build, and it's also just as expensive to keep updated, keep maintained. Looks like this locality has quite a bit of reed though. But I'm not going to build too much because I want to stay really long term here. Because I want to build a project, and as soon as I have anyone in my straggler group, I'm going to start placing down a Lilly henge. But it won't be a proper Stonehenge, will it? Because I don't have the sizes or the stones to do so. But I can make a Lilly henge. Artistic freedom. Not narcissistic at all. And you guys are still not doing this? What is the problem? Yeah, it's stone. Oh, have you guys reached the limit of what you... Okay, I'm gonna just ask the entire tribe to get their butts in gear and help out here. Should be one gathering there, and then we just do there. There you go. We need this one for the meat, because it's gonna go bad unless we dry it. It lasts so much longer when it's dried. Okay, only a few stones left now. That is more like it. Finally, we can dry our meat. There you go. And we have a bench. Very good. Okay, so... Oh, and a Paltana. Excellent. Suddenly they got their bums in gear. I'm happy to see that. Let's see, do we have enough of that? No, we do not. Let's go back to cheating a little bit with the straw. Yep, that should do it. That'll do it. And we already have 4. Well, we are constantly using them, aren't we? So they need 10, the big straw huts. Same with the big reed huts. So we need more and more. And have max speed, and you watch them walk around. They're running around like crazy busy bees. Oh. Storing straw. Yeah, that's a good girl. No, I know you don't like the fireplace. None of you do. But it is what it is. We did just land, you know. We just started summer. We did land in April. As long as you get housing before winter, we should all be good. Fish is still 45. That one is going to rot away. Look at the rot circle. It's thickening at the end. It's going to be like one day and poof, it's gone. These guys also needs to be eaten up. Take a bit longer for them to decay though, so that's good. They are a staple, so they are a bit hardy, which is good. Yeah, you're all complaining about sleeping in the open. You can't avoid it really. I mean, you land and you have one night. If you can't get up your hut, you will have everyone have this angry face saying that they can't find proper housing. But there's actually no way that you can in one day get enough housing for each and every member of your tribe. It's just not going to work. So we have to accept that they are grumpy for quite a while with minus 25 or a plus 25 unrest until we get proper housing for them. It is what it is. They won't leave. You know, they won't even threaten to leave. Because it's only when they're around above 40 that they will start threatening you to leave. And then they will go at least that long before they actually leave, if they leave at all. Like if they have a really low will, they probably will just continue to whinge their entire lives, but they will never leave. Let's get down some of these pits for the plant produce, and I can chuck them over here where the other food is. One for each, I think, is enough for now. It's not like I'm gonna have them gather everything there is. There will be limits, otherwise it's just a complete and utter waste. The best storage for any produce is always the origin. So trying to calculate exactly how much you're going to need is difficult, but you don't need to have it on infinity. You should, really should, have them on a limit. Okay, let's see. Storage. Do we have anyone? Oh yeah, that's the one for meat. I am going to build a proper storehouse, but I will only for now build it for the fish. I could wait for quite a while before it becomes precarious to build a storehouse. It is much more important when the tribe is larger to have, for instance, the storehouse to house the large volumes of, for instance, fish. If we're going to have like 1,000,000 baskets to fill the need for a large tribe, we're going to run out of fiber in 1, 2, 3. So then it is better to use a storehouse for the produce that you will be making that is of large volumes, such as fish. Yay, a pit is completed. Okay, for sure, let's get what's in season at the moment. It should be rose hips for sure. What else do we have in season? Honey, you have your own basket, so that's fine. Okay, let's just do what's coming next anyway. So it will be beetroot. Then it will be hazelnuts, mushrooms, and berries. Berries is over. There shouldn't be any berries now. There will be in roughly October. Then it will be blackberries. The other berries, like the strawberries and stuff, they tend to be ripe roughly spring, early summer. While blackberries are always after summer. The blackberries tend to be in large clusters. The warmer it is, the larger the clusters are, I think. We shall see. Did that horse just jump lovely around? Did that horse just jump? Did you jump, Bubble? I like this color a lot. Very pretty. They are beautiful, aren't they? You are so beautiful. Look at his white nose. Oh, that is so cute. Do you have a family? No. You do not. Well, you still have 6+ years to live. Oops, he did it again. Walk through another horse. Crikey, that has to hurt. Or talk about being ignored. The running is good. Okay, let's go see what's happening in the camp. God, I can't leave for 5 minutes. Let me see. Let's fill up all these. Yeah, you're gonna have nuts. And mushrooms, and that one is for berries. Yep. Well, that's a nice little screenshot right there. Oh, I wish they would dance, but they won't. They won't until they have proper housing. Because when they dance, they show they are content, and they are not content at the moment because I don't have proper housing. It makes sense. God, they talk a lot. Constant talking, constant laughing. Laughing is good. Laughing is healthy. Oh, that is so pretty. Look at the colors. That is so nice. I love that it looks so real. Even the stars are correct. You know, like they did look back in the days. It's amazing. I don't know how they know this, but a lot of research has gone into this, that's for sure. This is pink tint on the mountains, and I find that so pretty. Let's see how it's going with the straw production. Oh! She's had a baby! Are you hungry? Do you feel exploited? Yeah, well, you just bleeding well pushed out a baby. You won't feel too great for a bit. Comes with the territory, I'm afraid. Okay, let's see how much straw we have. 185 and 10 ropes. We can do this. Let's do the straw hut. Large straw hut. Big straw hut. Okay, I think I want the pelt huts closest. No, wrong angle. Oh my god, just place it down, Lily. Jeez Louise. There you go. Such a long time. The OCD kicks in. It has to be exactly on the spot. Oh, dude. Yeah. So when you have labor age like that, you tend to have all the young kids not working along with the really old ones. Like, I think it's 65 plus, or is it maybe 70? I can't quite remember. It also depends on their traits, obviously, or the grades on their traits, because if they are like having these fitness reducing traits, such as feeble and frail, you know, and weak, they tend to give up working a lot easier due to that their fitness is lower. They're born with a lower fitness. It is what it is. Individuality, whether you like it or not. Oh yeah, Big Straw Hut is complete. Now, the angry faces will disappear when they sleep in this hut. They cannot complain, they can't find proper housing then. Although I don't have enough for everyone, they will rotate, meaning that they will lose all their angry faces because when they rotate, they lose it. And then they take new turns the night after. It's not a set, you know, priority. First come, first serve, basically. So when I have enough of the reed, I'm going to make a big reed hut as well. Yeah, we need to be careful with manually cropping or using clear task tool to crop the reed, because you can see some of these are very young and they shouldn't be cropped until they're fully matured. The best method actually is, if you know exactly what you're doing, you can pinpoint those who are fully grown and then use the clear task tool. But if you are unsure and do not know exactly what they're supposed to look like, you should let the automated system do it, because the gatherers will never go for young plants that are not mature. They will always take those that give a max outcome, because when they are very young, they will not give the same outcome as they will when they are fully grown. Nighttime. Okay, so let's see how many goes here. So when some of these guys wake up in the morning, their angry face should be gone. Let's have this one. She's a complainer because her grade is bad. But I'm gonna watch her and see if she has angry face in the morning, which she does not. Her angry face is gone. Yes. That is exceptionally good. I love that. Oh, she was dancing. Oh, crikey, I missed it. Dang. And now it's work time, so now only the elder and the kids will dance. Yeah, yeah. Why are you not working? You are working, never mind me. Not hysterical at all. Not a slave driver at all. Really? Are you half dead from doing a bit of tanning, woman? Really? Oh, there's even scraping sound. I haven't noticed this before. Good job. Some of these guys, they are really handsome. Especially the women. The women are so beautiful. And the body paint makes them really interesting. Right, so let's see. 108 read. Should I dare to use the clear task on some of the reed? I'm going to go to reed that is further away, because that means that they haven't been cut partially before. I would actually like to find some really mature, and they are more brownish. But these look really, really, really ripe. So a small cluster here I can get away with, not too much. 80. That should do it. And there are There should be 8 bifaces. Why is there only 7? Oh, because I put it on 7. How odd. What an arbitrary number to put it on. Well, it's 8 now. I tend to put the tools on 1 or 2 above whatever is in each group that uses it, such as these guys will use it for straw only, while these guys will be using it for both plant fiber and for reed. Everything else is just gathering, just picking up from the ground. Or perhaps this one is sometimes is stripping. If the stripping is already done and the skeleton is bare, then there's just gathering. And these are always cropping. This is gather, and this is crop. The food types, oh, well, this is also stripping, and definitely stripping for the gathering group when they get meat. It is only the hunters who has it as part of the hunting. Producing, this is a gathering, and this is a gathering. You should not use cropping on any of your food things. Let it be natural. They will reseed and regenerate. If you crop them, you kill them, basically. You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. So avoid that at all cost. Right, where are we with... Yeah, it's increasing. Let's see who is actually going to cut the reed. You should be doing it. Bulrush, no, that's plant fiber. Yeah, because I put the limit on 10, didn't I? And now it's 8. You are plant fiber. You're reed. Oh, you're storing reed. You're coming home with reed. That's good. She's been cutting reed. Look at that. It's going to be good. There's still not enough people to join the straggler group, which is fine. It's a very sure way to figure out if there are any people in the group that doesn't have any work. And at the moment, they're all at work. They tend to be super busy, at least in my tribes, the first year or so. And then it tends to chill a bit, and I get perhaps migrants if I'm lucky. And since I had a lot of kids in the tribe when I started it, they will grow up and then become eligible for work. What are you doing? You better be crafting. You are. Bifaces, yes. We need 1 more biface. Very good. What are you doing? Oh, you have been gathering honey. Hey, honey. Yeah, good job. You're a bit dim, so there you go. It does affect how they are working, really. It's I once had a fisherman who was an imbecile. That is the stupidest of the stupid in the grade in this game. And he was so slow, and he went these really weird routes. Like, dude, where are you going? It was really weird to watch. And then you have one who's clever, and there is such a difference at times. Depends on the route a lot of the time. They tend to go like a non-logical route because they will go where the organic path is actually taking them to start with, and they tend to follow that path to keep it open. And then they take these weird angles around half the area where they need to be, and then go into the area where they should be. It's can be quite fun to watch. It doesn't really kill off any type of efficiency because everything is running very smoothly. The gameplay is very nice, so it's not really something that detracts from gameplay or actually ruins the game or messes up the tribe. So I have no complaints. It is fun to watch though, because sometimes when they are having a bit of poor grades of silly trait, of intellect trait, they tend to they tend to do silly things, silly roads especially. They also tend to stand around for a bit and just you know, throw their feet around and not really doing anything. Also, if people are really unhappy, they will stop working. They will just loiter around in your camp, demanding that you lower work hours. I never lower the work hours, but then again, I extremely rarely go above the default. The default is what most people or most tribes should be okay with. If they're not okay with these normal work hours, it has reasons. One of them are traits or the grades of their traits. If they are really negative, they will complain because, firstly, if they have fitness reducing, they cannot work as long as everybody else because their constitution is too poor. And then you have those who have the will reduction traits, and they don't want to work these hours, but they have no choice. It is extremely rare, extremely rare that someone leaves the tribe over it. If you don't, of course, overdo it and put it like 20 hours per day. That's insane. You shouldn't do that ever. If you should, it should only be for an extremely short amount of time and then immediately go back to normal work hours. Normally, if you have at least 2 quality huts, one straw and one reed, both big, you can in theory have like everything else to be pelt huts because they will rotate where they sleep. Not everyone is sleeping in the same hut every night, so they will be kept appeased. And also, if you place the food rationing on default, which is a none whatsoever, which I always do, you can avoid people leaving as well because nobody likes going around hungry. I mean, it's the same today. Who likes going around the entire day in and day out feeling hungry? Nobody does that. It's the same with these guys. Are you running? Okay, you did a little run. A little bit busy going from here to there, yeah? What was your agenda, dude? Yeah, I know you don't like the fireplace. Well, I'm working on it, Bubble. Hang in there. Are you standing in the fire? No, it just looked like you were. They laugh a lot, don't they? Where have you been? Gathering 2 kilos of berries. That's nice. Okay, so why is there no rawhide here? There should be... Okay, never mind. There you go. Sorry for nagging. Is that... Yeah, it is. So as soon as I've built the large or the big reed hut, I am going to make a storehouse for the fish. They do last a long time when they are dried, so they can afford to be out a little bit. I still have my fishermen paused because there is too much plant food coming in. So there's absolutely 0 point yet to do the fishing. It's very cozy like this, isn't it? I would love to spend a full weekend camping like this. I used to do it when I was a kid, but you know, in adult age, don't really do it. I wish I would. Very pretty and very relaxing. Can we have some dancing now? Just a little bit of dancing. Show your happiness, please. You do have the heart for it. That's a bit scary. Let's see some dancing, guys. Come on, tribe leader. Dance. Do it. Oh! I see you! Yeah, you be happy. What about you? Oh, the kids are doing as well. I do like that the kids are dancing too. Oh, there you go. Look at her going. Whoop-de-doo. I don't mind that the Gangnam Style is gone because it didn't really fit though, did it? It was fun, but it wasn't really congruent with the era at all, was it? It's not like there was Gangnam Style back in those days. But there certainly was several types of the tribal dance. So that's, well, at least it's a start with what we've got, and I'm sure they're going to add tons more. Oh, dancing, dancing, dancing. I have made several intros and end videos with the dancing and added fun music. Oh, I love when they dance. God, listen to all the men babbling along. Oh, I like their hair. It looks very sleek, doesn't it? Yeah, come dance for us, girl. Oops. Okay then. Moving on. That's nice. Right, 123, almost 150. Oh, I won't be needing 2 anymore, will I? Or will I? What do you mean you're working too much? You must have some kind of... Yeah, you do. You have frail. You are frail, meaning you can't work this much because you have a fragile constitution. Yeah, can't get away from that, but I'm not going to lower the work hours. I can't, because if you lower the work hours too much, you could end up with not enough resources or food coming to your camp. So you're kind of slowly guiding your tribe to oblivion like that. Same with if you have too high, because they don't get enough rest time and they go grumpy and their unrest will grow and grow and grow. In the end, they will stop working, and if you still don't lower the work hours, they are just gonna leave. They will leave you. And that's no fun at all. So try to, or at least I do, try to not adjust labor time down for any trait-induced unrest. It is like it is today. Some does not want to work the same work hours as everybody else, and some of them can't. It's just the way it is. We have to accept it and just make the best out of it. But we can't lower it so much that nobody is working in the end. The worst grade of, for instance, the fitness reducing trait, they will try to make you lower the work hours, and sometimes even putting it at 4 hours will not appease them. It's just really weird that they don't get appeased at all. I mean, it's like they don't want to work like at all, not even 4 hours, and that's never going to happen. You can't run a tribe like that. At least not to start with. Maybe when you have a insane surplus of food and it is in danger of basically rotting before your eyes, you can do it, or take away the entire labor time and let them just sit around the camp and eat. I mean, and you can do it. I mean, there's a million ways to play the game. You don't have to do it like this one set way. There's plenty experimenting to be done. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Well, certainly they don't like working too much, that's for sure. Nobody complains when they work too little, just like it is today. Actually, that's not quite true. There are some people who are very ambitious, isn't there? Who like the work, workaholics. They are stamped immediately, aren't they? Going against the grey mass of society that doesn't really want to work long hours. 36, going up. Oh, you don't have anything. Oh, you're the one who's supposed to have the berries. I think we're going to get a system perhaps that shows us when a storage facility has not been designated any resource. That would be a tremendous help. I mean, when you got like 30, when you have a really big tribe and you have like 30 different types of storage facilities, it is good to have a small reminder about when something needs to be tended to, which is good. I hope we get it. I hope. I could, in theory, just start building the reed hut, because it will be needing logs and stuff before we put in the reed. The reed is last. How about over here? Over here? Nah. Here? Sure. Sure. Is it roughly the same distance as the other one? There will be some pelt huts here. At the moment we only have 2 leathers, so I have to wait till we have 5. Oh, so they had one night where they couldn't sleep in the straw hut because it needed maintenance, and now the angry face is back. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm sorry you had to sleep in the open. I don't have enough huts for everyone. Crikey, we've been here like a few months. Give me some slack. Well, give yourselves some slack. You are constantly busy. It's not like anyone is allowed to sit on their butts all day, do nothing. Everyone is doing something. Okay, so how many do we have? Okay, only like 11 to have it full. But now they are clearing the area and the building is about to start. Let's see what they're doing at the moment. They are, yeah, clearing. So the list, like the constitution list, it is correct order of how things and what is placed. So they're going to start with 5 raw stones. That will be the first thing that will be placed down. And can you see? It's like that they're having a small fireplace in the middle. Maybe that will come something like that. Maybe in the future there will be something for this, like we can see inside. That would be really cool. So, those are the stones done, and out of 50 sticks they have done 20. Yeah. When 50 sticks are done, they will go to the. They will need 10 ropes and then 150 reed for this hut. It is costly to build, and it is actually rather costly to keep maintained as well. So if you are in an area that doesn't really have a ton of reed, you should never build more than one. Seriously. Not even when your tribe is like 30, 40, and 50. It's just not worth it. You're going to have to migrate so much sooner if you do. Because if you can't keep some of the really bad traits or really bad grades of the traits happy, they will leave the tribe. Maybe you should just let them leave the tribe then. There you go. Let me see. What are they doing? Oh, they are doing the read now. Yes. 2 out of 150. Gonna be done in no time. You can always see in the list what material you need for maintenance. For instance, the big straw hut. It is always the last one that will be needing to be gathered for maintenance and repairs in the future. Because the sticks and the ropes, they are done. They will stay like that, but the straw will slowly decay. So you have to do smaller maintenance and then a big repair every now and then. Unfortunately for the reed hut, it is reed that is the maintenance material. I wish it was raw stone or stick. That would be so much easier, wouldn't it? But nope, no such luck. It is reed. Makes sense. Reed will, of course, decay a lot more than any of the other things, won't it? It's not like stone decays, is it? We also have a new material in the game. We have flint course. Flint course is used for your bifaces, and then the biface is also used for your flint spears. It has a really low decay rate, so it's going to last many years. Each in-game year is 5 years for the humans, and 4 days or 4 sleeps is a 1 month. So 1 sleep is a 1 week. Good to know. Good to know. Almost there. Yeah, they won't make it until it's resting time. Yep, some of you still have to sleep out. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Oh, this child is about to be let out of the sling soon to roam free in the tribe. I hope it's a girl. I have few girls, don't I? Or maybe I don't. But you always want more girls, don't you? To have more babies, bigger tribe, more workforce, more food gathered, etc., etc. Yay, the reed hut is done. Look at the fireworks. Now this is the ace of ace. It has a 50% sleep positivity increase service. That is nice. So if your people are grumpy and they have a night in this one, they will be all good in the morning. All good. They also tend to, when they are chilling out and resting by the fireplace, or their resting time, they tend to lose some of their unrest because they are relaxed, which also belongs to this timeline, our current present timeline. Let's see who goes to sleep. Unfortunately, they do not go by like best quality first is prioritized. It is normally whatever is closest. So I have had where they have chosen to sleep in all the pelt huts while there have been several spots open in the big reed hut. To sort it, you just basically have to put it closer to the fireplace, or you know, wherever people are when they stop working or when sleep time kicks in. But yeah, that's fine. They will rotate because not everyone will always pick the same hut every time. And even if they are closer to one hut, it could be full. Hence, they will keep going and get the next hut. So it kind of sorts itself, doesn't it? I was going to do something now. What was it? Yes. As soon as I have a 50 of the reed, I am going to make a storehouse for fish. And this one can go down to 50. And this one can go down to 6. And we have 9. Okay, so we need 6 for the storehouse. So I'm going to put it down to 6. So when the storehouse down, I'm going to put it on 4 for maintenance numbers only. How many do I have of these? 15. Okay, so I can put it down to 4. There you go. And let's see how long we can stay in the same area. The longest I have ever managed was 57 years. But in all fairness, it was during the time where the birth rates were really poor. So I had like 40 people or something at that time. It wasn't much at all. And then I moved, and then I managed another 30 years in another place. It had very poor produce, by the way, so I only managed 30. Oh, and then a new patch came and my game became obsolete. Otherwise, I would have gone much longer. But it helps that you don't have a ton of people in your tribe, because the more people you are, the quicker you have to migrate, because your resources will need replenishment, just like in real life. It's not a forever source, you know. It needs to regenerate. Or at some point as well, we will have that when we go back to where we used to have a camp, like when we first migrate and then go back, we could find remnants of our old camp. Maybe even the wonders we've built, like the Lilly henge. Maybe we can find a Lilly henge. That would be awesome if that would happen. I think it's going to happen down the line. Not quite sure if it is going to be the base game. Probably not, because there is a roadmap that they need to follow. But maybe the DLC. Who knows? It's going to be awesome. I am not looking forward to the raiding, because if they can raid me, I'm going to be so grumpy. I don't want to be raided. I want to do the raiding. I want to go loot other tribes and become hostile. I don't want them to come loot me. Come on. But I guess I will not be that lucky. I guess if I start looting a tribe, they will probably come loot me back as a nice revenge. Well, I will have had it coming though, wouldn't I? I mean, if you don't want trouble, don't make trouble. It is what it is. Karma. How much do I have? 64. Why are you gathering so much? Oh, I know why. Because I put it on cropping. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna place down the storehouse. Ta-da! Let me see, put it somewhere people can reach it easily. How about there? It's also next to a stone so they can sit and eat. I think that's a good idea. There you go. So they are gonna start the building with logs, 10 logs, and I have 21. That's good. And then they're going to need a rope times 2, the amount of 3, because they do it in sections. So it's logs, then 3 ropes, then the sticks, then the fine sticks, then another 3 ropes, and then the reed. And as usual, it is the really scarce material that we have in the game, or the fairly scarce, that is the maintenance material needed, which is reed, which it wasn't. Log would be awesome. If it was logs, I would be so happy, because logs are so easy to get. You don't even need a wood chopping group. You can just add the task to your gatherers, and they will go and crop a few old tree stumps and stuff like that, and pick up logs from the ground and chop into wood and stuff. So it's good. At least you don't have to have the wood chopping group. But of course, if you need large amounts, like when raiding is coming, we definitely need large amount of logs to make fences and gates and stuff like that. Sections. Maybe we can make sections to lure the enemy into, and then we attack them when they are inside the gate. It will be interesting to see what kind of strategies we can use to defend ourselves. Okay, look at them going. Let me see. Okay, so they need... okay, they are done with the first few sets. They need another 3 ropes and then 50 reed, and then the storehouse is ready. Good thing with the storehouse is that, you know, normally you have a 1 service point that only 1 can help themselves at a time. This is from both the pits and also the basket. However, storehouse has 3. So they can go to almost all 4 sides and just help themselves. 1 here, 1 there, and 1 there. which is great because I mean it's huge, yeah. So they needed more than just this one service point or this point where they could help themselves. So this is good. What is lacking? A little bit of. Okay, I'm gonna put that one down immediately. The reed, so we don't waste it, because reed it can be so rare. I'm gonna put it to 30, because that is roughly plus minus the amount you need to maintain your reed hut every year or so. Straw, I'm not too worried about, because straw you will kind of never run out of. Almost done. Yay, storehouse completed. Oh, no fireworks. Okay then. You are gonna have the fish. The fish will be moved into this storehouse. You can see, oh, it's almost decayed because there was too much food, plant food coming in. This will only be, you know, like this for the first year, because everything is untouched when you migrate here or when you land here the first time. And so the year after, it won't be that surplus. It slowly diminishes year for year. But it can take decades for the area, especially if there's a lot of resources, to actually need replenishment. It also depends, of course, about how much are you wasting compared to how much are you leaving in the original storage place, which is the origin of where the food is coming from. Like the bush is always the best storage place for rose hips, for instance. And obviously meat is best stored on the animal, alive. Okay, let's see. Okay, do we have them all there? Yeah, so now the rot will be reduced. I think it's, how much is it? It's a 300% increase from open storage area, meaning roughly between 4 and 6-ish times less decomposition. So it takes like 4 to 6 times longer to decompose in the storehouse compared to the open storage area. Open storage areas also allow boars to come eat your food, especially at winter when there's nothing vegetable growing in the wild. And I'm kind of wanting to have a migrant group come to me soon. Okay, so we're going into winter, so I really should put the fishermen on again. I'll wait a little bit longer. As long as you keep your work hours decent, I call these work hours very decent. And don't ration your people too much, and also grant them at least one really good hut, the reed hut, and then you can have a mix of pelt and big straw huts. They should never leave you, no matter how bad the grades of any trades are. They will complain, of course, and you know, sometimes have angry faces and stuff, but they will never leave you. If you start fiddling too much with the policies in a negative direction, like too much work hours or too much rationing, there will be trouble, seriously. So you can, of course, experiment to see the limits of your tribe, because the grades of all trades are always different. You know, there's not one single tribe that is identical, so they could behave differently. What I can guarantee you, if they have high grades of will reducing or fitness reducing traits, they will start to leave if you have too much work hours. So that's a fact. I'll tell you that for free. Oh, you can see them chewing. Oh my goodness. I saw her chew. I want to see you chew. Are you chew? Oh, you're eating, aren't you? Yeah, you're eating better. Oh, look at her chew. She's chewing. I wish there was synchronized dancing. You know, it would be so cool if like 3 or 4 in a row started dancing at the same time. Right, so let's get stuff done. Okay, so we started in spring, so going over to winter now. It will be year 1, and we have everything we need for everyone to be satisfied within the timeline that is smart to do. If you start in spring, you really should have everything up and running before winter sets in. That goes for all the storage areas, all the production things, all the sleeping arrangements. basically everything should be up and running. And now that's down to 7. And now the plant produce will stop coming in. So I am going to activate my fisherman. I will still only use one because we have meat trickling in as well because they are hunting boars only. Right, so now we're just waiting for the migrants. I'm going to check the animals and see how much they've reproduced. Yeah, I'm going to take the hunters away from these and also put it down to 1 again. So how big are each flock? So is it only you two? Oh, I see rose hips. It's only you two here. See, next flock. Oh, you're right next to the, is that sheep or goat? I think it's sheep. Yeah, it's sheep. They normally do not go so close to each other because they have an avoidance protocol. Just like they have an avoidance protocol when it comes to humans as well. It seems like the boars don't care about this avoidance protocol because they will easily come right next to you in your camp and steal your food from under your nose. It's like they don't care, they just don't care. Okay, so you are 2. So the horses are pregnant, but they don't have any large flocks yet, which is not expected either, to be honest. It would help if they all were gathered though, like in one big flock instead of several smaller groups around. Okay, this is the biggest one for now. It's got 4 in it. And you are only having 2 years left or so to live, because they live till they're roughly 18. They give 50 meat when they die, when they're fully grown, when they die. So that's a really good amount. Let's see. Yeah, so that was kind of the wild horse population. There's plenty of them. By year 12, the herds running around will be enormous, and I will of course take pictures of that. I take tons of screenshots. What do you mean you work too much? You only have an intelligence reducing and it's only the lowest grade. It's a minus 17. Come on. You don't work too much. We have normal work hours. If she continues to complain about the work hours, she is going to lower the limits. Seriously. She's going to put them down and down and down. Because she has the final, ultimate say in the policy settings, unfortunately. It's what it's like to have a leader. Oh, I see hazelnuts. But since the limit has been reached, they can stay in the ground or on the ground and then reseed and make more trees. Hazelnut trees. Yes, yes, yes. I have one idol. That must be a child that is not strong enough to work yet. Yes, 75. Roughly 80-ish, 85-ish, and they will start working, the kids. Sometimes a little bit earlier, depending on their the grades of their traits. If they have really much fitness, they could easily start earlier as well. So what are you actually doing? You are doing mushrooms. Okay, storing mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms go there. Oops, oops. Oh, by the way, I have this low camera mod, so I can cheat a bit, so I can actually look inside the huts. Hang in there. See? I can look inside the hut. Oops. Dark. It's very dark. Well, the first time I did this, first time I downloaded the low camera mod, I went close to my huts because I wanted to see if I could see them inside when they were sleeping or eating. And then I did this and I went inside and there was nothing there. As soon as the people go into the hut, they disappear. There is nothing there. I mean, seriously, not even a straw bed, nothing. I do hope that that will come in the future though, because that would be so awesome. Like if you go close and you hover over, the walls go down and then you can see their straw beds and their pots, you know. It would be so cool to do that. And I also want a spit you know, like a spit draw, so they spit whole balls. You know, you can see it swirling around. People are swirling it around, and then they have a feast in the evening. That was something really, really cool to add. So many ideas. Did he just walk through the fire? She walked through the fire. That had to hurt. Come on. I'm pretty sure that when we do get medicine men, that is going to require some help afterwards when they walk through the fire. Is she dumb? Hang on, I need to check her grades. Oh wait, shoot it. I lost her. She could have our intelligence reducing grade of intellect. She could be a complete and utter imbecile walking through fire. You never know. You never know with these guys. They are all individual in how they behave and what they do. Oh, I have 6 of those now, so that means... Okay, the craftsmen are done. Okay, you guys are all done with your chores because all the limits have been met. That means that when daylight comes, I shall start making my Lilly henge. My little wonder. I think I'm going to make one that demands 12 years to build. Okay, so let's choose the group. And everything we build now will come into their responsibility. Nobody else will touch it. Okay, can't build here because there's way too much food. We can't waste any of that. I have at times spent so much time getting it, you know, perfect. Please fit, please fit. That works, that works. Yay! We did it! We did it! Is it a little bit pop-up though? It might be. Don't follow the icon, follow the circle underneath. It kind of does still look alright, doesn't it? Well, time will tell. I do believe we need to move our stone resource though, so I'm going to put it over here. And then I am going to take away the other one, wherever that one was, which I've already forgotten. Oh, right in front of my face. Okay then. Ta-da. Okay, they will toil away on the Lilly henge. What should we do? Let me see. 17. Okay, so migrants, where are you? You know, migrants are completely random. You could have like 4 in a year. You could have 0 in a year. And yeah, nothing is written in stone. But I would really like to see how I can work with accepting all the migrants. I also want to see if I can squeeze every drop of resource from this place before I have to migrate. But I assume or I estimate that the wonder I'm building would take roughly 12 to 20 years, because it is only powered by 3 people that do not have a spot in any of the groups, the straggler group. So we shall see. Oh la la, we have migrants. Look, okay, let's have a look at them. Let's have a look and see. Let's see. I'll take these any day. Okay, so they show up at the very edges of your map. So they will join the groups. They will make their way to the camp. So the migrants, they won't contain anyone that are pregnant or anyone who has babies. And there shouldn't really be very young children either, but sometimes when they are in their early teens, they can come alone. It happened this time. What are you doing, Miss Leader? Not in. You do look cool though. And I love how you wiggle your butt. It's very cute. Especially on the kids with their diaper pants. It's really sweet. Are you trying to get away from your tribe for a bit? No? I wouldn't blame you. Needs a bit of you time. So basically, what is going on now is that people are working as they should. The groups are working as they should. We have everything you need for the people we have. Oh yeah, we got 3 new people. That means we have just enough places for all to sleep. So as soon as someone else gets pregnant that gets a baby to 2 years old, we need to add more. Or if we decide to accept more migrants. Oh, I have 5 thingies. I better get them down into a pelt hut before they decay. Let's add one. Where's my thingy? There it is. Okay, it's a bit crooked, that one, isn't it? So you go there. Sure. I hope we get one of those sunscreens on this one. I quite like the music, I have to admit. I like that it changes rhythm when there's high speed compared to low speed. Is this one being filled with fish? Yes, it is. And this one should have dried meat. Yes, it does. I think I might need to calm down on the fish again because we're going into spring soon. That means at least berries, and I would like those to be eaten up before the fish, or the meat for that matter. Okay, so I might have to lower the fish. I actually will have to lower the fish, that's for sure, especially during summer when there's so much plant produce. And the raw meat will not come in such large amounts as soon as the hunters have taken all the boars on the map. What are you lacking? Oh, fine sticks. Oh, I put it down, didn't I? I put it down to like low amounts. And they need 15. Oh, bubbles. Ah, well. They will continue to produce them. Ooh, it seems we're going to need to make new bone harpoons soon. If the fishermen are lacking any of the tools, they go steal the hunter's spears. Seriously. The hunters can't steal any of the fishing equipment, but the fishermen can steal the hunting equipment. So it's a multi-use tool, isn't it? But you can see that the fishing is going to be 25% reduced. This one is plus 150% increase. So of course they will choose the bone harpoon over any of the hunter tools. But if they don't have anything else, they will either take hunter tools, and if there are no hunter tools free, they will fish with their hands. Which can be a bit slow and tedious. If you really need to get all the food coming in the max amount possible, you should use the best tools for the job. So how are we doing with the fine sticks? 3. Oh, it's up! But oh, it didn't have that sunshade. Oh yeah, I'll try next time. I'll place them neatly around here. Try to get a big hut between. I think this is going to do my head in. I think I need to correct it at a later point. Turn it a little bit more angled to the with the butts to the left. This one is good though. You can see it doesn't really fit between. OCD at its finest. What are you guys lacking? Yeah, hazelnuts will not be in season yet. And not the roses, but the roses are just around the corner. They will start maturing already early summer, and they will last till very long in autumn, which is great. They will overlap the hazelnuts, that's for sure. So to start with, they will divide their time, their work hours evenly between whatever they have of rose hips and hazelnuts. And then they will only go for hazelnuts, because then the rose hips will be out of season, but the hazelnut will still be in season. But the limit is there for a reason. There's no point gathering 800 hazelnuts when you have 20 people in the tribe. It's going to be a huge waste. It's a big no-no. Oh, I have a ton of rawhide that needs to be made into leather. I only have one tanner, so I should get another one. It doesn't mean that I must put down all the pelt huts. That will come slowly but surely, so there will be some waste, but I wanted to have all the boars gone, so here we are. It is. Okay, let's put it over here. There you go. 2. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I need to put it back to tribe control. There you go. Because it's not supposed to be for any one group only. It's supposed to be tribe responsibility. Because remember that you can assign any project to any group. You can also assign the same project or more from one group to another group. Or if you want it back to tribe, you just open the main tribe page and then click assign, and then the building will go back to tribe responsibility. It's always default tribe responsibility unless you have a specific group open. If you have clicked a group, they will be responsible. And it really shouldn't do that, especially not with the crafters. So let's give it back to the tribe. There you go. So we also have a few visuals that is already implemented in the game before we get everything else. The first thing is that when you pick a game, whether it's Mesolithic or Neolithic, you will see a circle of what culture is dominant, and whatever cultures you have, how much there is of each culture, the influence. And as you can see, I only have full green, which means full Neolithics, because I started bang in the middle, didn't I? So there is no Mesolithic influence here. And as time goes by, you will see the difference in all the housing and the hunting tools and the people's clothing, etc., etc. There'll be lots of stuff. Also, if you go to your regional map, oops, where's my thingy there, shit? You can see that the huts have been replaced with longhouses, which is exactly Neolithic. If I had been a little higher up in the timeline, like there was more Mesolithic influence, you could also have seen it on the population, because then you would have seen a mix of Neolithic and also a mix of Mesolithic. But as we go down into the Neolithic era, the Mesolithic influence will disappear. In the end, you have only Neolithic. So we are now at our 1-year anniversary for our tribe. We have come so far. We have even managed to start a project. I quite enjoyed doing this. The patch is really nice. It fits so well with what we already have, doesn't it? You have this nice transition from Mesolithic to the Neolithic, only by visuals for now though, but still this is a promise of what is to come. I love that we have horses. Although I don't particularly love hunting them, it is a necessity to get the food that we need, especially when we stay a very long time in the same area. As time progresses, of course, the horses will be domesticated, which then takes them further and further away from being food. The Migrant Patch is certainly a favorite of mine because it opens up the possibility to do things in a different way, and it is all up to you how you would like to keep and play your tribe. Do you either want to stay the same place, build a wonder, stay for a really long time, or do you want to just accept everything that comes along and then rely on migration every year to keep several hundred people alive? It's all up to you. It's just, you're free to experiment, and I really enjoy that about this game. It's my favorite thing, that I can push limits and experiment around to do things differently. I am so eagerly going to await the next iteration that has to do with the transitioning between the Mesolithic and the Neolithic. Thank you everyone for watching this video. It was a lot more fun than I feared it was going to be. I am probably going to make another one for the next patch as well, and I do hope to see you guys there. In the meantime though, have fun and take care.